This year marks the 113th anniversary of the KFUK in London. The KFUK is a Danish charity that provides a cosy and safe environment for young Danes visiting the UK to study or work after graduation in Denmark. For one man, though, this year also marks the end of an era. Palle Pedersen, the principal of KFUK London, is retiring after 29 years and handing over the reins to his successor. I was fortunate to catch up with him this summer at their beautiful location in West London, where we discussed his experiences with KFUK and his future hopes for the business and his retirement. Can you tell us a little bit about what the KFUK is and what the charity does?
Yes, so the Danish YWCA, or as you call it in Danish KFUK, was founded in 1907. And basically we are a registered charity and we are here to help young Danes who come to London. So it's a hostel where they can stay when they arrive in London. It's a social centre and it's kind of the first stepping stone into life in London.
Can you tell us a little bit about your first memories at the KFUK and how you first started?
So basically I came to London in 1988 as a student and needed a place to stay in London. So I stayed here for 3 months and, had a fantastic experience. You come to London on your own, but when you live here straight away, you're part of a community of 60 Danes. So you have a network and there's parties and there's things going on. So it was a really, really good start in London.
How would you say that the charity and your work within it has changed over the last 29 years?
One thing which has not changed is that there's still young people who are very excited about coming to London. But of course, it's like when I started 29 years ago, there's no Wi-Fi. You were allowed to smoke inside, and so it has evolved. Now everybody is in contact with the parents day and night. When I started in 91, it was very, very expensive to fly back home to Denmark, where now you can basically fly home once a month because it's very, very cheap to fly. And, with the smoking where you used to be allowed to smoke inside, the social element has been lost there. Mm. But that's the way it is. And we just follow time and we try to give the young Danes what they need.
When did the KFUK change from women to all genders and why was that decision made?
The decision was made before my time, but it was probably made in like the 1960s. Up till then, it was only young Danish women who could stay in the house. But of course, there's men coming in, there's men crawling through the windows at night. And so I think at that time they decided, well, let's have a mixed house. And so since then, it's probably been about 40% men living here and 60% women. And I think that's a good mix.
How long has Princess Benedict been a patron of the KFUK and how has it impacted the charity?
I think Princess Benedict has been a patron since the late 90s. She took over after her mum, which was the Danish Queen mum. And it has been very important for us that she's involved with the charity because she's a door opener to foundations and people, sponsors, and so it's a good link to have, and the princess is very interested in what we are doing here. So it definitely helps us.
As well as Princess Benedict, KFUK has also had links to people such as Tina Dicko, Kim Larsen, and the Ravenettes. How would you say that celebrity endorsement has helped to promote the brand?
That has also helped us a lot. First of all, we have over the years, we had a lot of people staying in the house, which came here as young students, and then like 5-10 years later, they're celebrities in Denmark. And a lot of these people will come back and do things for us. But also, a lot of artists in Denmark know that it's very important to have a place for young people in London. So they will come over and give concerts for us without a fee. So we have done some, big concerts, we had Kim Larsen over several times where we would rent like the Shepherd's Bush Empire and there would be like 1,200 Danish people there having a party and of course paying to get in. So there would be a big profit for us for the night, which would go to the charity.
What would you personally like to see happen within the KFUK before your retirement?
I would really like to see that before I leave at the end of August, the house is full again with young people, having been through COVID where we have been nearly empty, that life comes back and young people, Danes are coming back to London.
How do you hope to see the KFUK evolve in years to come?
It's difficult times with COVID, but also with Brexit coming up. So I really hope that, the young people from the EU will still be allowed into the country. It's a big part of British culture that there are young foreigners here and they're here for a time and they go back to their countries and have learned things here and bringing British culture back. And so it's kind of like a cultural exchange. So I hope that can continue and that will also keep this house alive, because if young Danes are not allowed to come into the country, then it's going to be difficult to survive here.
Do you have any plans in place for your successor to take over as principal of the house, and what advice would you give them?
Well, my successor arrives in the middle of August, and the advice I would give her is, have fun, enjoy being together with young people and get the best out of it and make sure that the Danish body BCA evolves and we follow with the times and we offer what young Danes who come to London what they need.
And what are you looking forward to most about retirement?
So I think I'm looking forward to wake up in the morning and there's no plans. I can do whatever I like to do. And just have fun and explore the world and do things I haven't been able to do before.
It was a privilege to chat with Palle, and I finished up by adding my voice to the chorus of guests, colleagues and friends all wishing him the very best in his retirement.